All right, we welcome everybody into another edition of the Ronald Norred Show. Rob Kendall is my name, joined as always by the coach, Ronald Norred from Hoosier Pizza, the corner of Northfield Drive and 136 in beautiful downtown, or just outside of beautiful downtown Brownsburg in the Marathon Gas Station Shopping Center. Coach, how's it going?
Doing great. How about yourself?
We're great. We got a helper here today.
You might need one.
All around outstanding student, Adam Bertner, is here with us with the headset microphone.
Yep.
We gave him the headset microphone because he always has to hold the mic during the basketball broadcast. And
Get a
hi,
little
Adam.
tired. How are you doing, fellas?
You're even rocking a jacket.
I am for
great.
the good old Chamber of Commerce meeting today.
Adam,
Trying to stand us up here.
Right.
well, your graduation coach,
Yeah.
right? Have you ever had to coach Adam at all?
I have not. I only deal with freshmen,
Oh, well, that's good.
so I haven't stepped up to the senior level yet. One day.
Hey, Coach, first of all, congratulations on a great regular season.
Thank you.
You got to just be thrilled with the way the kids, especially in 2013, have really come to play.
Yeah. I think, I talked to the guys about this. The way that they've come together, the way that they have continued to fight together, how much we've grown as a team, how much we're continuing to learn. I'm really impressed with the way that we've been able to just enjoy playing basketball together more than anything, and I think that's showing on the floor and it's showing within our record as well.
Well, let's talk about the last couple games that we've done since we've talked. I believe we go back to Friday.
A lot of games.
Yeah, it was a lot of games. Real quick, talk a little bit about Friday's victory on the fly. I think that was Lafayette Jeff.
Yeah, it was, and we came out to play from the beginning, and I thought that was probably our most complete game of the year. Offensively and defensively, we were really, really good. We attacked well offensively. We made it really difficult for them to score defensively, and I was very impressed with our complete team effort that night.
You really have developed a diverse group of kids, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we get towards senior night. But you're now going 7, 8, 9 guys deep in your ball games, which is something you kind of weren't able to do the first half of the year.
Yeah, the great thing about our team is that we can sub in and we don't lose very much. We got a lot of guys that do some things well, very specifically, and so at certain points in a game, we can make a sub for something we might need at a time, and we don't lose anything. And so, and also depending on who they have in the game, we can sub and make some changes defensively, attack some different ways offensively. So, it's on the guys just to go in there and do their job when they're in there, and they've done a pretty good job of that up to this point.
Yeah, Bertner, you guys are always down there on the floor, really giving it to the opposing team. It's a lot
yeah.
more fun to do it when your side's winning than losing.
Definitely. We've had past couple of years. It's been some rough seasons, but they've played hard. It's really great to see us come back really well, especially after the start of this season. Really, with this 7-game win streak, I know the student section. It's been great. So thank you for that as a team and coach. We were really having fun out there. Especially the Decatur game, I heard, was very fun for the student section.
I think you ought to wear that to the sectional matchup Wednesday night.
I agree.
The suit jacket.
I agree.
Yeah.
And one of the things we would talk about, Coach, and we've talked about it at length, is the students are so into it. And like on senior night, for everybody to dress up like a bunch of senior citizens, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm sitting at the JV game, and I don't even know who they were. But I'm sitting across the way, and I see 3 guys walk in. I'm like, who is that walking in? And they are obviously students after you look at them, but they are playing the part of a senior citizen, no offense, so well. And they just had the whole gym cracking up. And I think the way that our students have supported all year has been great. And obviously it started with football and the great success that our football team had. And, I'm thankful for that because the students came in just as excited for basketball, and they've been great the whole season.
Obviously, as we talk about wins, racked up another big one on Monday night. It'll be a game that will be the preview for our sectional matchup. We'll talk about that in just a second. Remind everybody we're at Hoosier Pizza, which is on the corner of 136 and Northfield Drive. We had to clarify to Adam that is on the east side, the eastern version of 136 and Northfield Drive, right in the Marathon Gas Station Shopping Center. So if you're heading east towards Claremont, that's where we're at. All month long, you bring in your flyer coupon, and you get a free 14-inch pizza with a purchase of a 14-inch pizza. And I had a chance to try the mini pizzas, the lunch pizza yesterday. $3, you can get a 7-inch pizza.
Wow.
Which
That's a deal.
A very skinny person like myself, that's enough to eat for a week.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so come in and check it out. Monday night, you played Decatur Central, who will be your sectional round one matchup. Do you hold anything back in a game like that you're playing so close to sectionals?
I don't necessarily say you hold anything back. I think that it's an opportunity for you to try some things, see what works against, what they do defensively, see what works for you defensively against their offense, and just see, how you can attack them the next game. There's some things that we've been doing all year that I don't think we've been great at, and so we wanted to refine that and make that as good as possible and really work on that during the Decatur game, and it gave us that opportunity because obviously we're going to play them again here a week from today, and so I thought we did a great job of attacking and what we did, and so we'll see if we're going to use the same game plan, if we can change some things moving forward.
Obviously, on paper, they're bigger than you guys. They're a taller team, but you really did a nice job of negating that height advantage.
One thing we've tried to do all year is just set a tone physically on the defensive end of the floor, and I thought that we did a great job and made it really difficult for them to get looks. One of their kids, Johnson, he's probably the best scorer in the state of Indiana.
Yeah.
He walks across half court, his second time he touches the ball and pulls it from the volleyball line. But I thought after that we were physical with them. We were physical with their bigs, made it tough for them to rebound. Our guards did a great job getting their rebounds. So we're going to have to do that just as good, if not better, because they're going to come ready. There's no question about that. And so we're going to have to be better than we were on Monday night.
You really had been beating teams that you should have beat on paper and were better than. That was really a game where you might have looked at the records and said, wow, this could be a really tough game. It's probably nice for you to be able to win one of those games where it was kind of a 50-50 matchup on paper.
Yeah, a lot of the teams that we played have had, not as much success as they probably would have liked. As of late, we've played some teams that have been successful. We played Perry, we played Decatur, we played some of those teams that have done a pretty good job this year. We played Lafayette Jeff that's beat Avon, who we lost to twice. Teams that we know are pretty good. And so to come out against Decatur and play like we did, play as hard as we did, our second to last game at home, it was a great game, and I'm just happy for our guys and the way that they play.
Well, I'm glad Burtner's here because we have a big announcement. We talked about the fat heads that are in the stands, the giant heads. I'm getting one.
Nice.
Marcus Fredwell and Rob Kendall are getting their own fat heads, so they should be there by Wednesday for the Decatur game, and we'll be holding them up with pride. So
I just need those. Can I get those in my house after the season? Can
absolutely.
I get those? So I wake up and I see Marcus and Rob every morning.
Well, you'll love this. Under Marcus's photo, the photo that Marcus chose, apparently when he sent it over to Adam, it said low resolution.
Right.
And I thought how appropriate for Marcus.
We're going to have to see how that one turns out because it's not as professional as Rob's pictures.
Because, I sent him the professional, the councilman
exactly.
photo. Yeah. And, I had a nicely airbrushed photo to send over to him. But, Marcus is low resolution, so we hope that'll end up okay. You mentioned Johnson. You guys got him in foul trouble early, and that really was when you were able to go on that run and kind of separate yourselves from the Hawks.
He's really good, and it obviously helps your team if you take him out of the game, and one way you can take him out is by getting him in foul trouble. That's going to be something that we're going to have to try to do again. Whoever he's guarding, attack, and when he's attacking, be able to make plays, step in front of him, take charge. We took 5, maybe 6 charges on Monday night, which is by far the most we've taken in a game. And that right there just shows you how much our team has grown from a team that, we charted it one game where we had maybe 12 charge attempts and didn't take any, or 12 charge opportunities and didn't take any, to go, having 6 opportunities and taking 6 of them. Wow. I mean, our guys have just grown. And so to be able to get him in foul trouble, to get those bigs in foul trouble, is a great way to attack them. And we're going to definitely have to do that again.
One of the things that I have noticed with the team is how much harder they have begun to play, and that's that bulldog way, really. Bulldog way instilled in the Bulldogs.
Right, yeah, and I think another thing is that they were playing hard. They've been, in my opinion, they played hard all season. Now they're playing hard and using their brain as they're playing hard. So they're not just like running out playing with reckless abandon. They're using our system. They're playing they're doing their job the right way. Whatever they're supposed to do, they're doing it the best that they can do, as hard as they can do. Now they're doing it the right way, and it's turned into a couple wins for us.
On senior night, you started 5 seniors that don't normally start, and they came out and they essentially won the contest for the time they were in the game. That's pretty impressive.
They came out and played well. And like I said, we got a bunch of guys that sometimes when you sub in, we don't lose very much. You think about our Crawfordsville game and our 5 starters, Didn't play very well to start off. Played a lot of minutes the night before against Westfield.
Coach got upset.
Yeah, we sub all 5 in.
Yeah.
And those are 5 guys that obviously don't probably play as much as the starters. We didn't lose that much. In fact, we got better. They took the lead against Crawfordsville and played well. So we got guys that can come in and play well. It's just about finding those combinations. And I'm so happy with the way that they play to start.
You look at a guy like Jimmy Meskel and say, wow, this guy shot the lights out the last year. Maybe I had him in more this year.
Yeah, no, Jimmy has done a great job. And I think, one thing that Jimmy does is he finds his way and finds times where he can come in and make shots. He plays really hard on the defensive end. I'm looking at stats today, and he averages 1 offensive rebound a game, which is, you look at Jimmy and you say, really? But he's done a good job when he's in there. And obviously we're going to need that down the road. We want to play for a lot more games, and so we're going to need a lot of guys to come in and play well.
Well, we love Ian Good, and I know that's Adam's favorite player.
My favorite player, yep.
Ian Good commits fouls when the ball is on the other side of the court. That's why we like Ian Good.
Ian Good commits fouls when he goes to bed at night.
What?
He got called for a foul. I don't know if it was last game or the game before.
They all are running together.
And the ball's on the other side. His guy's not the ball. There's a whistle on the foul. I think it was because I think Marcus was doing the game with us at the time, and I just said, How do you even get called for a foul?
He plays tough, though. I'll give him that.
He does play tough. He brings a.
He's
huge,
a football player.
Yeah, exactly.
He's out there. He thinks he's in pads. So.
And for months, people were trying to go at him and tackle him, and so now it's his turn.
It's payback.
How about Sir Golden last night with the double-digit scoring? I'd like to see that from Sir. I was really impressive. I just felt really good about him getting out there and really showing up.
Yeah, he did a great job, and Sir hadn't had many opportunities to go out there and do that, and so for him to have an opportunity and use it the way that he did is really encouraging for us. Sir's been great in practice. He continues to just get better every day, and I think it showed on senior night. It was his last time to play in Varsity Fieldhouse, and so for him to come out, play well, attack the way he did was very, very encouraging for us and our team and for him as well.
Now, I got to ask, how do I get a piece of that varsity gym floor? You got like a stack of those in your office? Or?
I don't. Is
that a snap question?
That's a snap question.
Okay, because I really want a piece of that.
I kind of do too.
I played freshman basketball on that floor.
I haven't even seen it before.
I really contributed.
Except in pictures.
Well, it was cool. The old gym had the goals that were in the ground.
Yeah.
So
good stuff.
I would really like a piece of the floor. I've got Adam on several other errands for me right now, so maybe I'll ask him to
Baseball
do
Hall
that.
of Fame, etc.
Yeah, that's right. 7 wins in a row. That is rare on any level in high school basketball. No matter how good your team is, especially one that plays in the HCC like you guys do, you got to be real proud of those kids.
Definitely. We're sitting at 4-9, losing a tough game to Noblesville, and really challenged our guys because I told them after the Noblesville game, I said, I never want to play another game on our floor the way that we played against Noblesville. I said we didn't give our fans the respect that they're due. You didn't show that the way that you're actually capable of playing, and really challenged them. And after that, man, our practices just went to another level. And I think our games have reflected that, how well we've practiced. And to put 7 in a row at any time against anyone at any level is something you definitely should be commended for. And our guys remain focused. It's easy to 4 wins into it, 4 wins in a row. It's easy to say, man, we're pretty good. And then you get beat. But our guys just continue to keep working, continue to get better. It's ended the right way. It's ended the way that we want to end.
Well, Hoosier Pizza is at the corner of Northfield Drive and 136 on the east side of Brownsburg. Now, to Adam's credit, he did do the right thing, what a modern 21st century high school senior would do. I think he just put the address on his coupon into his GPS system. Even though the child lives in Brownsburg.
Right.
He's probably driven right past the
Lived
store
my whole life here, right.
times. We're in the Marathon Gas Station shopping center. So let's preview Wednesday, Coach. Obviously, 7:30. We will play Decatur Central. We know what they bring to the table now. Do you change anything from the first game, or you just kind of say, well, we won? Let's just do that again?
No, I think there's still a couple areas that we can be better. And I've watched a little bit of the game. I haven't watched very much of it. Obviously, we played Perry the next day. Today, we gave our guys completely off. Tomorrow, we'll take off. So I haven't watched them much. But, I know some things just off the top of my head that we can do better is rebound even better. We did a couple things. We went after them in the post, and we did some things where we chased guys away and allowed them to get baskets right at the rim. Obviously, we're going to have to be really good on Johnson. We have to prepare for him to play for 32 minutes, play for that he did foul trouble. We got to do that better, and it's good that we've gotten to see him one time in person against us. So now our guys know exactly what we have to do. So we're going to have to get better. We're going to have to retool. It's going to be at Decatur Central. Obviously they're going to be pretty good at home. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to be fired up, especially after losing to us. So it's going to take a humility about ourselves. It's going to take a humble approach during practice to go out there and prepare the right way to go win a game.
You'd really like Anthony Johnson's team, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yes.
If he's going to make shots and score 25 points a game. No, but you would, but at the same time, I love my team. I don't be different. I want anybody to leave.
We covered one of the schools. I've seen the kid play all year. Like, he comes on a lot of radars, but man, the kid can score.
He's the real deal.
And I think getting those 4 fouls on him did you a lot of
It did.
good.
Is there anything you expect from Wednesday after kind of sparks kind of flew at the last game against Decatur Central? I know Mr. Coach Joe Prado was there last night scouting the game, and he got technical foul. There was a couple technical fouls both ways. Is there anything you have to say to the team before the game? It's going to be at Decatur. Their fans are going to be into it. Is there anything you have to say to really calm them down and focus on the job at hand?
I think the most important thing is we just have to play basketball, and we have to worry about basketball. We're a physical team. We're a tough team. That's not going to change. I don't want that to change because that's part of our DNA and who we are. But we have to focus on basketball. I think once you start focusing on other things, you allow those things to get to you. You take your focus off basketball and you set yourself up for failure. And I don't want our guys to do that. Our guys are bigger than that. Our guys are better than that. And I don't want our guys to get into any kind of thing like that. And, they represent Brownsburg. They represent their families. They represent themselves. And we're going to do our best to make sure that we represent all those the best we can.
Do you automatically take a guy out if he gets a tech no matter what? I mean, would there be a situation where you go, that really wasn't his fault? I'm going to take him out?
Yeah, I mean, KJ gets a technical at Plainfield for hanging on the rim. There, at that point, I didn't see any really need to take him out. Tyler Houston got a double technical the other day, and from what I honestly didn't even see it, but from what I heard, he was just stepping in front. A guy said something to a teammate. He was just stepping in front and make sure that his teammate was covered. And so I don't see a need to take him out for that.
I will give you some pushback here because Ian Good, whenever he did say that the rule was always you get a technical and you sit for the rest of the game, and I think that did happen to him a couple of times. So if we're going to be watching this tomorrow, he's going to say, well, that's not fair. I got taken out. But I think his are a little different.
He got taken out against Carmel.
Yep.
It was the first game of the year. Ian got tied up. We also have some other technical rules that guys are going to have to follow that they've had to follow. But I am the head coach. Everything's up to my discretion.
Right.
So
You're
at the end of the day,
I just noticed you got an actual. You're such a great American. You got an American flag on your.
Me?
lapel there.
You know me, Rob.
Now here's the sad thing about. Well, it's a sad commentary on me, not Adam. Is I've been up in that perch for 10 years doing basketball games, and more people came up and said something to Adam last night than the whole 10 years I've been up there.
Hey, and what I tell you, don't hate the player, hate the game.
It was like being around a rock star. Coach, real quick before we close out, we always like for you to thank somebody or someone or some group of people that don't necessarily get the notice they deserve. You got someone for us this week?
I think after last night, you got to thank the seniors. Especially some of those guys that don't get in very much, and with the way that they came out and played, and the way that it looked like that they enjoyed their last game at the Varsity Fieldhouse, and how much fun they've had this season. And the conversation that they were having in the locker room after the game. I'm so thankful that I got to come in for these guys as seniors. I'm thankful for them that they stuck with the program. I'm thankful for them that they stuck with me. They trusted me. They've been, experienced something completely different the last couple of years. And it's easy to say, new guys coming in. There's no reason for me to be a part of this. So I'm thankful to them. With the job that they've done leading our younger guys, I couldn't have asked for a better senior group to start my career off coaching.
Well, Coach, Adam, final thoughts?
I do have a personal question for you that I've always wondered about. After playing 4 years under Brad Stevens, what exactly did you, if anything, carry over from what you learned from him to Brownsburg High School as their coach?
I think just the way that you approach the game. Basketball is not the means to an end. Basketball has to end for everybody at some point. Basketball has to be something that equips you to go out, be a better person, eventually be a good husband, be a good dad, and go out and work, be able to work. And so we talk a lot about that in our program, and that's something that we talked about a lot at Butler, and I think that's helped a lot of guys after their careers have been over. It's easy to say, I've been doing basketball all my life, now my life's over, but when you have those skills, when you have those character values that basketball has elevated for you, it's easy to end basketball and move on to the next thing you do in life.
So shaping the young men's lives for the rest of their careers. Excellent.
Anything else?
I'm just ready for Wednesday night. Keep this winning streak going. How do you get them after this winning streak to realize that it's 0-0 now? And that
I hope they realize it's 0-0, and I hope, especially after beating a team, you realize they're going to come ready to play.
Yeah.
And at this point in the year, you look at basketball, you look at college basketball here, you look at high school basketball, anybody can beat anybody.
Yep.
It's a one-day thing. Whoever's better on that day advances, and that's all that matters.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you very much for doing the show with us this year. It's been a blast. We'll hope to be doing it again next year. And most importantly, congratulations on just no matter what happens in the tournament, an absolutely great first season. A lot of people might say 11-9. That great's a strong word, but it's not compared to where the program was. So thank you for what you've done for Brownsburg basketball this year.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate the show allowing this. Adam, thanks for joining us, and definitely Hoosier Pizza for allowing us to come in weekly and do the show. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us. Remind everybody to get on out to Hoosier Pizza at the corner of Northfield Drive 136 in the Marathon Gas Station Shopping Center. For Adam Burtner and the coach, I'm Rob Kendall saying have yourself a great evening.